All right, I am at present, and I have to today sit down with the person who runs the company, her name's Sarah, and figure out if I can get to Pleasant Point the day after we finish work on the platform, because I have for 2 years now promised to go to Pleasant Point to observe firsthand what I understand and is generally, I think, acknowledged as the best Christmas parade in New Zealand, the Pleasant Point Christmas Parade. We are joined now by Richard Peckett, the Pleasant Point Christmas Parade Committee Chairman, to find out how things and preparations are going. Richard, how are you, mate?
Good, thank you, Sean. How are you this morning?
All right, now I just want to let you know, I'm thinking of flying down Friday, getting a rental car, coming out to Pleasant Point, and then coming back Saturday. But we're off air that Friday, Friday the 20th of December. Yeah. Would the trip be worth it, Richard?
Well, you'd have to make your own decision. I think you would enjoy it, to actually see it in your own eyes,
Yeah, okay. All right, I am conscious that I've made a commitment and I should do it. Ben doesn't want to go. I talked to Ben about getting in there. Richard, so any themes? Have you heard any rumours on the grapevine as to what floats are going to be this year? Is there anyone working on something? And the great thing about your Christmas parade is you're absolutely extracting the Michael a lot of the time.
Yes, and I mean, we don't know what people are going to do until they actually turn up, because there's no pre-entry, no booking or anything, so you just really don't know. But I did hear a bit of a whisper, somebody mentioning out loud about doing a bit of a send-up on the gang patch thing, but it's going to be based around mobility scooters.
Well, I'm wondering if you're going to have a Jag float too, with all the Teletubbies on a Jaguar float. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, whether we end up with a pop-up McDonald's, Can
I ask this, Richard, as I work out my travel plans, is there actually anything in Pleasant Point? Do you have a hotel or an Airbnb or something?
Yeah, there are B&Bs there, and there's a pub that has hospitality. It has several bedrooms upstairs.
There's a pub. What's it called? This is the Pleasant Point pub.
Nellie's.
It's
called Nellie's, yeah.
Okay.
Nellie's it's called, yeah.
Okay,
so,
and would that be a good base of operations for me if I were to stay at Nellie's?
That would be it, yeah, because it's probably its busiest night of the year. Because basically the parade starts just outside the pub, and on it goes.
What time does the parade start? I'm now thinking I'm definitely coming.
7 o'clock.
7 p.m. That gives me plenty of time to recover from the work lunch on Thursday.
Yeah.
And get on a plane Friday morning. I'll pick up a rental at Timaru Airport. How far is the drive out to Pleasant Point? Bugger all, or?
8 Ks, 10 Ks.
Oh, maybe I'll figure something out on that. Okay, and then I could be out the next morning. Do they do food at Nellie's?
They do, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll have a talk to them. Yeah. How many people are you expecting this year, Richard? And has the event grown as its fame has grown? We never really know how many people are there, because again, people just line the streets. But I mean, the population of Pleasant Point's about 1,000, but there's a lot of people travel to it from Timaru and around, and the districts. As regards floats, again, you don't really know. We normally 40 floats, but there'd only be maybe a quarter of those would be the ones that have a statement about them. Some are just local businesses, and some are just old vehicles. And, or people who just happen to be passing, and they join the queue, Richard. Can I ask you, is there a prize giving afterwards? Do you have best float and all that? No? Completely unstructured.
Completely unstructured. All we say is you turn up at 6:30 in the side street. That's all we say.
And you're good to go.
I mean, at 5 o'clock, you wouldn't think there was going to be a procession.
Yeah.
And then it literally just pops up. And then afterwards, it just fades away again. And that's that. So really, we don't know. I mean, we always encourage people to put floats in, because some people say, oh, well, there wasn't as many as last year. I said, well, maybe you should be in it, not stood watching it, So that's the other side.
I'm thinking I might get some merch together. I think okay. I'm now. Everyone's saying I'm committed now to coming down. All right. Hey, do you have a McDonald's in Pleasant Point, Richard?
No, we're not big enough. No. Although, as I say, there might be a mobile pop-up one and a mock one.
Well,
maybe, but
I think I'm not sure the one in one. Have you been watching the debate over the Wanaka McDonald's?
I've been following it a bit, yes. I mean, Wanaka's, obviously 4 hours down the road here, and people do go down there, quite a bit in the summer. For the break, for summer break, and I've been following it a wee bit, but yeah, I mean, what's it matter? I don't think it matters personally. But
no, one way or other. But your tax dollar, the Ministry of Health are writing huge reports on the evils of McDonald's.
Yeah, well, there's lots of other food that we could eat that isn't that good as well, isn't there? So,
Richard, thank you for the update. Yeah. I think I've got to come down, to be honest. I really do. And we'll take a lot of pictures and I'll put them online and we'll come back and talk about it in the new year. But I'm glad that preparation is going well. It's such a finely tuned machine, isn't it, the Pleasant Point Christmas?
The irony is that you say it's going well, but we haven't actually got confirmation we can close the road yet because there's layers of bureaucracy.
The Ministry of Health are probably going to oppose it on the grounds that it's a breach of the treaty, Richard.
Possibly, yeah. It'll happen anyway because it was commented on. I said, well, if we park something big on the road at that end of the street and something big on the road at that end of the street, that shuts the road and we can have the parade. End of.
I love it. I love the attitude.
It will go through, but yeah.
Richard, thank you so much for your time, mate, and I look forward to seeing you on the night of the 20th at Pleasant Point.
Yes, we will. We'll catch up.
Cheers, buddy. That is Richard Peckett. He is the Pleasant Point Christmas Parade Committee Chair. I don't know why. I have 2 years said I'd get down and I haven't, so I guess I'm going now. But it sounds so wonderfully Kiwi. But I wonder if the Ministry of... Look, it'd be remiss of the Ministry of Health not to get involved in telling people what to do about the Pleasant Point Christmas Parade, wouldn't it? Sean, the Ministry of Health citing the treaty as a reason to not have a Wanaka McDonald's is a perfect example of why Seymour's bill is necessary. Shame it won't get passed. I hear you, Monique. Sean, change the plan. You're the boss. Stay on air for the 20th. Broadcast the event. No, we wouldn't even. It's a Friday, mate, and we'd be off here anyway. Go with Bob and his jet. He'd love it. So would you, Scott. God, I couldn't think of anything potentially more dangerous than going with Bob Jones and his corporate jet to Timaru to see the Pleasant Point Christmas Parade. That would be something like out of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. You'd get a book out of that.